Good evening guys. Today is 20th Feb 2019 and this is Daily Current Affairs brought to you by Ekam IAS. And our topics are Island Development Agency, Hyperloop, Panic Button, Bramble Cay and Mapped Program as well as PQRS. And our very first topic is about the Island Development Agency. Recently, the Union Home Minister chaired the 5th meeting of Island Development Agency, that is IDA. And what about IDA? IDA was set up on June 2017 and as the name suggests, IDA is an agency for the holistic development of islands. And as the initial phase, 10 islands from the Andaman Nicobar and Lakshadweep have been identified for their holistic development as the initial phase. So, IDA is developing the 10 islands from Andaman and Lakshadweep. A total of 10 islands from Andaman and Lakshadweep as the initial phase. And I already told you the IDA is chaired by the Union Home Minister with members including the Cabinet Secretary and Home Secretary. And as an outcome of the meeting, some decisions have been made like seaplane operations in the 4 islands of Andaman Nicobar and 3 islands of Lakshadweep. So, the seaplanes would be operative in 4 islands of Andaman Nicobar and 3 islands in the Lakshadweep. And also the operationalization of the Diglipur airport in Andaman and Nicobar for the civilian aircraft. So, our news is about the Island Development Agency. Island Development Agency, it was set up on 2017 and the chairman is Union Home Minister, and as the first phase 10 islands were selected for their holistic development. And our next news is about Hyperloop. The Maharashtra government recently signed an intent agreement in order to build a Hyperloop between Mumbai and Pune. This is in news because Hyperloop is in news because of this particular fact. Magnetic loop is nothing but a capsule-like structure magnetically levitating inside a low pressure vacuum tube. So, what is magnetic levitation and what is the purpose of vacuum tube? Magnetic levitation is nothing but it is a suspension method or an object can be suspended with only support of magnetic field. You can see in the picture on the left side, a metal particle is suspended or a metal body is suspended with the only support of the magnetic field. This is called magnetic levitation or suspending an object due to the magnetic field, that is magnetic levitation. In Hyperloop, we use magnetic levitation and this magnetically levitated capsule is placed inside a low pressure vacuum tube. So, what is the significance of low pressure vacuum tube? Only very thin air is present inside this low pressure vacuum tube. Thus, the air resistance as well as friction would be very low, which enables which allows the capsules to travel at supersonic speeds. Okay. So, a very thin air should be inside the capsule, inside the vacuum tube. This allows the capsule to travel without or with minimal resistance as well as friction, and that enables the capsule to travel at supersonic speed. And even the speed of the particular Hyperloop is almost 1000 km per hour. 1000 km per hour. And our news is about the Hyperloop. Maharashtra government signed an agreement to set up an Hyperloop between Mumbai and Pune, and the capsule, it is a capsule magnetically levitating inside a low pressure vacuum tube. And this is the picture of Hyperloop, and the another picture shows magnetic levitation principle. And our next topic is the panic button. The government launched a button feature called as the panic button or also termed as the emergency response support system. And the button the button is mainly to ensure the safety of women. And it allows a person to access the emergency services such as police, medical service and fire services. So, I told you panic button is a button feature which enables the person to access emergency services such as police, medical or fire services. So, how does it works? you can avail the facility either in a smartphone or in a feature phone. So, any kind of phone supports this panic button. If you are having a smartphone, you can press the power button thrice continuously. You can press the power button thrice continuously, or if you are having a feature phone, you can press the button 5 or button 9 for a long time. So, if you are having a smartphone, you can continuously thrice push the power button continuously, or having a feature phone, you can long press the key 5 or key 9. And when you are pressing this panic button, and emergency calls, 5 emergency calls will be made to the emergency number 112. So, the emergency number is 112. There is another application or application 112 for the same thing or for the same fact. Okay. When you are making a press on the panic button, and emergency calls will be made, 5 emergency calls will be made to the emergency number 112. So, when a victim presses the panic button, the details of him or her and the geolocation of the victim will be sent to the police officials either by SMS or by email. Okay, that is how does it works. If you are having a smartphone, you can press it thrice, the power button thrice, or having a feature phone, you can press long the button 5 or button 9, and that will enable or that will allow the phone to make calls to an emergency number 112. So, by use of this panic button, the details and the geolocation of you will be sent to the police by either SMS or emails. And this panic button facility can be availed in 16 states, including Andhra Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Kerala, Punjab, Gujarat, Pondicherry, Telangana, etc., along with Mumbai. Okay, and the panic button is supported under the Nirbhaya Fund. It is supported under the Nirbhaya Fund, set up for the safety of women. So, news was about the panic button, and panic button is mainly for the safety of women. Any woman or any person can access the emergency services such as police, medical or fire by make use of their mobile phones and by calling into the emergency number 112. And this facility is available across 16 states and the Mumbai. And our next news is about the Bramble Cay Melomis. Bramble Cay Melomis. Recently, the Australian government officially declared Bramble Cay Melomis as extinct. So, there are two words, one is the Bramble Cay and the other is Melomis. And Melomis is a mammal or an animal which is located specifically in the Bramble Cay. So, what about Cay? We will discuss it later on. And the researchers said that the reason for their extinction of Bramble Cay Melomis is the habitat loss. It is the first mammal to have been extincted because of the human-induced climate change. And coming to the Melomis, it is a rodent animal. It is a rat-like rodent animal, and they are the only mammal, only endemic mammal endemic to the Great Barrier Reef. You can see the picture of Bramble Cay Melomis on the right side. These are Bramble Cay Melomis, and they have extincted. And what about the Bramble Cay, or in particular Cay? Cay is a geographic feature. It is a low elevation sandy island located on the surface of a coral reef. You can see this is the Bramble or Cay. It is a low elevation sandy island, located on the surface of a coral reef. It is formed, or the formation is when the ocean current deposit sediments on the surface of a reef. So, this structure is formed, topographical feature is formed because of the deposition of sediments on the surface of a reef. And the cay occur in tropical environments across the Pacific, Atlantic and Indian Ocean. And the Bramble Cay is in the coral reef, that is Great Barrier Reef, and it is a sandy island, low elevation sandy island because of the deposition of ocean currents ocean currents. Fine, that's all about the news. And our next session is the Mappedu program. On Mappedu program, we have Torres Strait, and the Torres Strait is related with the Bramble Cay Melomis. Okay, and you can see the picture of Torres Strait. Torres Strait is a strait which lies between the Australia and Papua New Guinea. And in specific, we can say it is between the Papua New Guinea and the mainland of the Australia. And a strait is a water body which connects two oceans or two other water bodies. Thus, the Torres Strait connects the Indian Ocean with Pacific Ocean. So, the Torres Strait, you can see the picture of Torres Strait. It is between the Papua New Guinea and Australia. And this Torres Strait connects Indian Ocean and Pacific Ocean. And our next session is the PQRS, in which we have a question from 2011 prelims. Both foreign direct investments and foreign institutional investor are related to investment in a country. Which one of the following statements best represents the difference between the two? Option A, FIA helps bring better management skills and technological, while FDI only brings in capital. Option B, FIA helps in increasing capital availability in general, while FDI only targets on special or specific sectors. Option C, FDI flows only into secondary market, while FIA targets primary market. Option D, FIA is considered to be more stable than FDI. And when coming to the answer, we know it's a simple direct question. If you are thorough with the concept of FII and FDI, you can easily answer the question. And the answer for the question is, as you all know, is option B. That is, FII helps in increasing the capital availability in general, but FDI only targets on specific sectors. And our final session is the MCQ based on daily current affairs. Today we have a question related with the Island Development Agency. So the statement 1 is, IDA was set up on 2017 for the holistic development of islands. Statement 1. And coming to statement 2, the body is chaired by the Union Defence Minister. Statement 2. And the statement 3, IDA is a statutory body under the Island Development Agency Act 2016. And the options are A, 1 and 2 only, B, 1 only, C, 1 and 3 only, and D, 1, 2 and 3 only. So, comment your answers below in the section, and for detailed news and explanation, you can refer to the PDF which is uploaded in the description section. Thank you so much. Keep watching. Do comment, share, like and subscribe. Good night.